Happy Halloween, everyone! This is Dayhawk bringing to you my take, my review on Kamen Rider Revice Episode 9. Uh, so, what I have predicted came true in terms of how Kagerou appeared and took over his body, Daiji's body, and I was right. And for those who have been following me from the beginning of doing these reviews on Kamen Rider Revice, the seeds were already planted because we had this scene, and I assumed that you guys already seen the episode, so there's no need to recap. So I'm just going to point out the highlights. Daiji and Kagerou had this conversation, and apparently Kagerou was inside him the whole time. It's just that Daiji's jealousy, hate, all these negative emotions he had towards his older brother started to manifest, and Kagerou became strong enough to take over Daiji's body. And he mentions, I'm doing this for you. And of course, Daiji is, he's like, no, I didn't want this. And Kagerou was like, you're lying to yourself. I'm living proof. I was inside you from the very beginning since you were a boy. And, all these negative feelings you've been feeling towards your brother, it's been giving me strength. It's given me power enough to, possess you. That's pretty much what it is. And I knew it. And of course, Ikki is still in shock, all in a Debbie Downer. Again, he couldn't concentrate on his fight between the demon Brachio, and he's so right now concentrated on fighting Daiji. And overall, this episode was really good. You get to see Fenix's position that regardless of his Kagerou or Daiji, he needs to be eliminated, put down. And I'm like, wait a minute. Daiji joined your group since, I don't know, and rose up the ranks to become an elite captain. He gets possessed, and your only solution is to kill him? Of course, Daiji's not gonna let that happen, obviously. I mean, Ikki, sorry. Sometimes I get those names mixed up sometimes. Here's the thing, though. When Ikki asked George, did you know that Kagerou was evil? And he said, he pretty much lied. Come on, guys. Of course, then not. He had the pause right there. But we all know the truth, people. He knew it all along from the very moment he gave that driver to him. So again, my question, what is George's endgame? Why did he lie to Ikki? Why? What's his end game here? We all have to think about, that. I'm sure he will, when he becomes a writer, he's gonna tell everybody that he knew all along that Daiji was possessed and that he gave the driver and the Bat V stamp all along. Why? We don't know yet. But with every villain, there's no legit reason at all. So we'll see. In the beginning of the episode 2, you get to see most of the family is a Debbie Downer. why Daiji and mom is the only one who is optimistic, all happy. You know, what are you worried about? Daiji is coming back. Ikki, you will save him. I know you will. You know, and Sakura, it's happening again here. Sakura is being left out. She feels powerless. I'm sure she's starting to feel jealous towards Ikki, I guess, as well, because Ikki is a writer. Daiji is a writer too. I'm guessing she's feeling the sting of being left out. And you could see it in her face. You could see it in her face. So I wonder if her demon is going to get unleashed too. I wonder. So we get to see Kagerou back at the dead man's base, and his job now is to gather sacrifices for their master. Of course, he doesn't like the idea, and then he finds these three thieves, whatever, swindlers, whatever. And what's funny about that scene is that as he was beating up these two boys, when the girl came up to Kagerou, he just slaps her like she was nothing. I've seen the episode twice, and I can never stop laughing. Let's be... Oh man, that was funny. It kind of reminds me of X8 a little bit, when the main character that plays X8 was possessed by Parado or Paradox. The way he slapped, what's the female writer's name? I forgot. The nurse. Whoever, I don't know whose idea was to slap her in that way, but as funny as it was, the way it was executed was horrible. It wasn't like a normal slap. It was just a funny, awkward slap. Yeah. But yeah, Kagerou slapped her like she was nothing, and he uses the Brachio V stamp to stamp one of the kids, and here comes the Brachio demon dead man. And in the next scene, Ikki has this conversation with George, which again he lied. And then here comes Hiromi, that I'll be the one who will kill Kagerou. And I don't get these Fenix people, man. He was part of their group, and yet you want to kill him. I'm sure the main reason is because he needs to be stopped. He's very dangerous, but I mean, they don't make an effort to find a way to attempt to save Daiji's soul. No, that's just, he needs to be dealt with, put down. Then it leads to the first round of fights. Before that, George presents the Mantis V stamp before the whole chaos happened, and so Ikki his brain is not in the fight because his mind is, where is Daiji? And of course, he wasn't there. He was there, but he disappeared. and they defeated the Brachio dead man. And so that aside, let's see. Ikki's again a Debbie Downer. He doesn't know what to do. And George again is suggesting death to Daiji. Of course, Sakura just comes out and say, hey, I'm not going to forgive either of you who kills my little brother. Or my brother. He's not little, I mean the middle brother. And it leads to the scene where Kagerou and Daiji have this conversation, Kagerou's origin story, in which I knew what would happen. And it leads to the final act. Kagerou unleashed 3 of Brachio Dead Man. And there's something in here. I thought that if I get a V stamp myself with it, here comes my demon. Apparently you can do it more than once, but with different people, I assume. So since there's 3 people hostage somewhere, I think Kagerou stamped each, all 3 of them, and then popped out 3 demons. And yeah, Kamen Rider demons and Vice dealing with the Brachios. Ikki and Kagerou have this confrontation finally, and Kagerou pretty much tells Ikki it's because of you. It is your fault. You created me in a way. Daiji wasn't the center of attention. You are. So Daiji figured, okay, this is Kagerou talking, that if I join Fenix, work my way up to where he's at, become a Kamen Rider, that's when the family will appreciate it more, and more love. But then you, Ikki, had to step in, took away your little brother's opportunity, and you became a rider. It was you. And then when Daiji became an errand boy for you, that's when I came into the picture. I was hidden, but thanks to your little brother's envy, it fed me. It gave me the power to take control of his body, and I'm doing the job that he will never do, which is killing you. That pretty much sums it up. And of course, Ikki is in disbelief. That is not his fault. And, the battle was mostly to Kagerou's favor because Ikki is still not in... His mind is elsewhere, and Kagerou at the very end of the episode was like, okay, give me your best shot. I'm not going to fight. Will you be the one to kill me? Because by killing me, you'll be freeing Daiji, which I assume is all a trap. But he ends up unleashing his rider kick. But we all know by the next episode, he's going to get stopped either by himself. He ends up missing, or demons interfere and stops the attack. Either way, it's going to get stopped. So obviously it's not gonna happen. It was a great episode, believe it or not. And I assume you guys already seen it, so I don't need to. But here's the thing, though. In the preview, Daiji's gonna regain his body. He becomes Kamen Rider Live, which, by the way, I like the design. It's just the helmet. It needs a little bit of tweaking. When I saw the preview and Daiji coming back, I find it to be very disappointing. Here's why. I wanted Kagerou to still be in control to maybe towards the middle of the arc. Maybe it's too extreme. Maybe in the middle of between 20 and 30 episodes in, right in the middle, like episode 20 to episode 25. Because I want Ikki and Daiji, of course, to fight, to work for it, especially Daiji, because I'm sure Daiji will find a way to fight his Kagerou and to fight back, find a way to fight back with the help of Ikki and the rest of the family. That's what I want. I want the whole family in some shape or form through Ikki to find a way to find their voices into the darkness where Daiji is chained up, air quotes, and be like, hey, my family wants me back. They love me. And Ikki apologizing that I'm sorry that, I put, he's apologizing. Whether he did something wrong or not, he ends up apologizing. And he ends up having this inner struggle, this inner fight between Kagerou and Daiji. Whether Kagerou gets destroyed or not, that's up to you. For me, I get the feeling that Kagerou will not be destroyed, but at least be I think in Daiji's case will be like, hey, can we just work together? I'm not gonna destroy you. You are a part of me, and I accept you. Let's protect the world together. That's a nice twist. Whether it's gonna happen or not, we have to wait and see. But obviously, Daiji's coming back in the next episode, which is disappointing. But at least I got what I wanted, which was the origin story of Kagerou and all that. What else? George lied. Reason, we don't know yet. Kiromi is, not determined, but he said that he's gonna kill Kagerou if Ikki can't do it. Sakura, it's happening to her as well. I wonder if her demon's gonna manifest too. We will see. What else that happened, if I can remember? I think that's it. Please do leave a like if you like it, and please do comment what do you like about this episode, what you dislike, and what do you wish the writers could do in this situation. I already said what I want the story to go, but unfortunately, it won't turn. It won't. It won't. It won't turn out the way I would have liked it, because Daiji comes back in the next episode. So it's kind of disappointing, but that's just me. Anything at all, just write a comment down below and subscribe, and hope you have an amazing Halloween. Please be safe, and I will see you all on the other side of oblivion. Johnny!